Welcome yet to another episode of Everything Zach. So today what we're going to be talking about is holsters. What's the best holster for you? Are you open carrying, concealment? Are you just going hiking in the woods? What's the best holster that fits your needs? Let's go over a few, figure out what there is, and we'll go over our options and see what may suit you best. So here I have 3 examples. I had a 4th one, but I can't seem to find it, but I'll go ahead and go over that one as well. So right now I have a 6-hour, I have a Blackhawk, and a Bulldog. So for open carry, I do personally like to have some type of mechanical release. I don't like the Phobos. Those that are familiar with Phobos, there is no release. It's click in, pull out, so you don't have to physically, push a button to release it or anything. And for certain open carry, I do that, but for going to the store, going shopping, I do prefer to have that release. So that way, and by the way, this is the 6-hour. So I do prefer that when it comes to open carry. This is the Blackhawk, a little bit different design. As you can see on the SIG, it does have a little bit bigger button, but what I like about the Blackhawk is your finger slides right off of that. And we'll go over some do's and don'ts and some things that you should also take in consideration when buying a holster. But so the Blackhawk's awesome. And then you have the Bulldog. I actually like this for a thigh holster, to be honest with you. Extra magazine pouch, gun goes in. This is actually adjustable, it's velcroed in, so all you have to do is pull it out, push it in, figure out to your size of your gun. So for instance, we'll use the 1911 here. So we'll put that in, and depending on where you want to strap it, I would prefer to go this way. And it just snaps in. Thumb release, draw. So those are my main 3. I really don't open carry often. If I'm going camping, I might open carry. I mostly conceal. Also the Phobos, I can't find the Phobos, which I'm kind of disappointed about, but I do enjoy the Phobos as well. I do like that there's no safety, but being that you're in public, untrustworthy people around you, I prefer just to have that extra security that's on my side. So if you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comment, but we're going to go ahead and go over to the concealment. Alright, so here's what I currently use for concealment. This is a DeSantis holster. This is actually meant for an XD that I had, the XDS 9mm. And what I did is I kind of formed it to fit my Glock. I do not recommend that. Buy the holster for your gun. If you get the wrong one, send it back. Don't modify your holsters, and get what fits your gun. But so I went to that and I realized I wanted a light, so then I went over to the Crossbreed. This is an amazing holster. I absolutely love this thing. It's a little big. If you're not used to carrying a bigger gun, it does take some adjustment period. But I completely formed this to me now. I wear it a 4 o'clock position. And what's awesome about the Crossbreed is they actually, these clips, so you have your adjustments, but they have their Super Tuck series, which I don't believe this is a Super Tuck series, but you're able to actually tuck your shirt in, which I'll give you a demonstration of that here shortly. But I'll be honest, I absolutely adore this holster. It is awesome. I of course carry every day. I did want, like I said, I wanted to go with the lights, so I went with the TLR1 HL. Absolutely awesome lights. But I spent about 75 to 80 on this about 3 months ago, and I can't compare it to anything else. I mean, I do eventually want to learn to get into or teach myself appendix, get used to the appendix carry, but that'll be for a later video. I'm totally for appendix. It's a great cross, and you could definitely draw a lot quicker. I can draw pretty quick with this, but once again, if you get a holster, you need to be repetitive with it and definitely get used to drawing with your holster and your gun, and just, you know, make it a habit so that way you know it's there, you know what to do. But I do recommend Crossbreed. Thus far, awesome holster. So we're going to go ahead and give you a demonstration of what they look like with clothes on and show you what it's all about. Alright, so currently I have the Crossbreed holster on, and as you can see, I mean, black always makes this look thinner, right? But you can't see on any position that I'm carrying. But once again, it's right there. It's ready. Downsides about this that you need to take in consideration if you're going to 4 o'clock carry and have a light is, depending on what kind of light you have, the string lights are a little bit thicker. So as you can see, it's starting to wear. And there is that. So if I was to put that down, now you can look for it and see it. But naturally, I mean, gazing across, unless, you know, you got some dude checking out your butt, you're not going to see that. So, but I mean, it's a good habit, but I do carry a horizontal knife at the 6 o'clock. It's great. I always carry a side knife, but so that's kind of the concealment package that I like to work with. Once again, Crossbreed, awesome holster. But like I was saying though, you can actually tuck this in. So if you actually wear a tucked in shirt, this holster is great for that. And you can go on their website and they have a plethora of holsters and different functionalities. Great holster. Is it the one for you? That's what you have to decide. I'm hoping that this review definitely gets you pointed in that right direction. But without the light is even better because I can actually conceal it and not ruin my jeans. That is a downside that I'm a little upset. These are like one of 2 favorite pairs of jeans, and just slowly over time it's rubbing, but I have no complaints. I'd rather have the light than not. But like I said, if it's something you want to go with is just as simple as this, no light attachment, you know, this is the perfect concealment as well. There's so many brands out there. Do your research, go online, type in concealment holsters and watch reviews like you're doing now, and, you know, find what suits you best. So there you have it. Concealment, open, it really depends on you, your state and county laws, if you can have CHP. I know New York and a few other places you can, or it's a lot of hoops you got to jump through to get it. But if you're one of those people that like to open carry, please do practice and be aware of your surroundings at all times, because you never know if someone's looking at your gun, and there's definitely been incidences that have happened of people taking their gun from them because it was accessible. So I do recommend getting some type of release, so it makes it a little difficult. So someone just can't come up, and by that time you feel that snag, hopefully you can turn around and counter it. But definitely get something with some type of release. I do recommend it. There's so many different ones on the market. I would take forever to go through all of them. I sat down, did the research, figure out what worked best for me, ordered it, executed it, and I love it. So Blackhawk, of course, everybody knows the Blackhawk name, and definitely SIG. And SIG does make some awesome holsters, so does Blackhawk. The Bulldog is nice, but like I said, this style of holster, I definitely prefer this on a thigh holster, and I usually do thigh holsters for some shooting competitions, but mostly for hiking. If I'm shooting out in the woods, I'll try to do thigh holsters. But you know, this is a great holster. Extra magazine, gun. I mean, it's simple and they're cheap. I don't think I paid more than $15 for this, and a lot of times you can go to your local Walmart and find them. But then concealment, like I said, do the research, read reviews. That's why you're watching this, or you're awesome, you totally subscribe to my YouTube channel and you're just checking out to see what I have going on this week. But with the Crossbreed, I wouldn't call it a downside necessarily, but when I was practicing drawing, so I shirt over it, completely concealed, and I would practice just drawing from concealment. I noticed when I would draw, so if my 3 o'clock's here, I would snag right about here. and it was my front sight catching actually on the plastic in here. So what I did is I did it a bunch of times just to kind of wear it, and then I actually took a Dremel on the inside and Dremeled it out a little bit. I don't recommend making modifications to holsters normally, just it's a weird area to get into, but definitely practice and make sure you find every flaw that you can find with your holster. The more you practice, the more it becomes muscle memory, and the more likelihood you have of saving your own life or saving the lives of others. So do practice, definitely practice the 4 simple gun rules of safety. That's a must all the time. So I hope this video helped, I really do. If you have any questions or concerns, drop them down in the comments section. I will leave a link to Crossbreed in the description. Check them out, and just Google and figure out what works best for you. And don't give up. Like, don't get frustrated. Like I said, I will do one on appendix. I am a fan. Certain body types can handle it and some cannot. That's why this is all personal preference. So I just hope that I can guide you along on your journey to finding what you need easier. So once again, hit that like button, and please hit that subscribe button. I do a video a week, and I'm going to probably start getting into 2. So if you guys have any suggestions, just let me know in the comments below. And I hope to see you soon again on Everything Zach. Have a good one.